Hi, Manan. It's Delinia from Thompson's. Hello.
Eileen, hi, how are you? Good morning.
Hi. Are you well?
I am very well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good. Just want to see
Fantastic,
if I
fantastic.
can.
How's it? Has it started to get a little warmer there in South Africa now?
Oh yes. Well, in Cape Town, it's been lovely week so far. Hot, nice, sunny weather. But of course,
Brilliant.
Cape Town's from tomorrow onwards, it's raining. But yes, it's been lovely weather. And you? How are you? Hi.
I'm doing
How's
very
it in
well. I'm
India?
doing very well. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. We've been able to hold our head above the water, so that's more important.
Hi. Sorry, I'm
Dylan,
gonna put my
Dylan,
camera
do
on.
me a favor.
I
You
haven't
you
seen
have
this.
to give me the Dylan. Would you share the screen rights with me? If you can just allow me to
Yes,
the
I
right
will.
for the
I
screen
will.
sharing. I'll
I
just run. I'll just do a
yes.
quick run past, for the presentation. Angie, hi.
Okay.
Hi, Manan. How are
Perfect.
you?
I'm very well. How are you?
You have
Good,
a
thank you.
Hi Angie.
Hello, how are you?
um Manan, I just want to see. Okay, so I made you host now. Do you have a
Perfect.
presentation
So it goes round, optimize
that you'd like to
video
share,
clips.
or is there videos as well?
I
Manan?
think we are. Hello, you there?
She seems to be freezing a bit. Deline?
Dylan, I think you're in a bad network. So
Yeah.
Manan?
Dylan, I'm with you.
Okay, so you got it. Okay.
So do you have this with you on the screen?
There we
Angie,
go.
Angie, are you online with me?
Yes, we can see it, Manan. All
Can
good.
you see this? I will just see if the videos are working fine. So that's more important.
Oh, yes, I see the presentation.
Are these audible?
No. No, can't hear them.
Can't hear them? Okay, so how do we do this now?
Okay, perfect. Now I can hear you. Are you
But
saying I was freezing?
Yeah, Deline, your
yeah,
connection.
Yes.
So I think, Manan, when you need to go look for the volume, you need to go to the top and it will have the audio sound, but on Teams itself.
yeah, it says stereo microphone array.
Okay.
Select your
If
speaker.
you have
Speaker
sound
headphones.
with your
Same.
video, Manan,
Oh,
just share the computer audio.
see if the audio works fine now.
Not yet.
Do you have the sound?
No.
No. Okay, so what were you saying, Angie? What do we do now?
So at the top of your screen, I'm
Right.
just trying to go there so I can do it with you. Hold on a sec.
So I have speakers here. Speaker is fine.
I'm just having a look, Manan. I don't have the same tab open, so I can't direct you. Give me 2 seconds.
Should I play it once again just to check if that's working fine?
Yeah, you can try it again. I'm just trying to see if I can log on to another team so that I can see.
Is it audible now?
No.
So you can see the video, but not the audio. You can't hear the audio.
Yes. I think it's
I'm
an
also trying to
actual
think, like, just
setting
computer
on
audio,
Teams.
but maybe we.
I beg your pardon, sorry?
It's the actual audio on the Teams that you have to go through and click. So I'm just trying to open it. Hold on a sec.
Okay, let me just exit. Does it work?
Sorry, Manan. I think Angie's just checking on her side still. There is a setting on your computer that you must just switch on. I'm just not quite sure where exactly to switch it on. Morning, everyone. We're just going to.
Hi, Manan. Sorry, I just figured it out. If you go to the top 3 dots and stop sharing your content, and then when that screen comes up, it will say share computer audio and you click it. Hello, Manan.
Made like a sound, but just tastes it for salt. We were speaking about. Salt.
Hi, Manan.
Oh, did you go as well?
Angie, I'm with you.
Hi, hello. Did you manage to get the 3 dots, unshare, share again, and then click on computer audio?
Okay, let me do it. I've got advanced share options. Share
So
option.
then, yeah, so stop sharing and then click share again, and then another screen will come up where it says audio connection computer, and then click that one.
Computer audio.
There we go, yeah.
No, I don't get it. So, okay, I am on the share screen. You say one participant can share at one time, multiple participants can share simultaneously.
Yeah, so stop sharing. Stop sharing.
Okay, I stop sharing.
Okay, and then click on that share icon again. When that screen pops up, it will show you the computer audio connect with computer. When you start to share again.
So I do the screen which I want to share. Then it
Yes.
says share sound.
Yes, and then click on that little thing.
I've clicked.
So that,
I've done that.
okay, it should work then.
Okay. Now just
Let's
see
try.
if this works.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it
There
audible?
you go. It is, yes.
Okay. You are an angel. Angie for angel. Okay. So we have 16 participants.
Yeah,
Angie,
I
are
think
we
maybe
good to go? Or should we wait for a while?
I think give it a few more minutes and then you can start, Manan.
Yes.
Perfect. Hi. I see. I'm so happy to have all our friends coming back to work. That's more important right now.
Absolutely. And how's it going by your side, Manan? Everyone happy that the borders have opened?
People are happy the borders are open, but right now it's just about, it's like a dance floor effect. Who's going to be the first one to come on board and start dancing? That's about it. So we've had Russians who are coming, who started coming to India. We've had British clients who started coming to India now. So it's going to be a little slow, but yes, it will pick up.
Yeah. I'm very positive, but it will get off to a good start.
Absolutely. See, a lot of things which are being speculated about, the Indo-South African relationship. South Africa is not permitted to enter into India. But after we finish the presentation, I will actually run you through the entire algorithm, which will clearly state that it is very, very convenient to come and travel down here as well.
Yes.
So the office is fully functional, or people are still working from home?
No, we're all at the office now. Everyone is back on board. Yes.
Brilliant. So that's a good sign. Then. So what are the top selling destinations? Still Mauritius, or you still have Europe?
South Africa. Yeah. South Africa.
Angie.
And yes, Deline. Deline? Okay. Yeah, so Manan, we're all back. We're all excited to be back. And South Africa and Mauritius have taken off quite nicely, and a lot of outbound as well in terms of like the international scene, Europe. But we'll just try and push it. Deline, you're breaking up.
She's just dropped a message on the chat. Stating that I don't know if it's me or everyone, but the line is dipping. So I think she's into a network zone.
Okay, I've replied to her directly. But Manan, I think you can start and then we'll just let everyone in as and when they come.
All right. So should we wait for another couple of minutes?
Yeah, you could maybe wait a few more minutes and then you can start.
Yeah, let's start at 40. It's a short presentation because we are only covering the Golden Triangle. So, and Rishikesh, based on the program, what we will be setting for the month of February.
Okie doke. Manan, just trying to have a look if there's anyone else I need to let in. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so hi everyone, thanks for joining us. And this is Manan from Orange, and he's going to take us through his India training today. So if you have any questions, just pop it in the chat box and then Manan will answer it for you at the end. Manan, over to you.
All right, thank you, Angie, and good afternoon to you from India, and good morning in South Africa to all of you. Namaste, that's how we salute in India. I do hope all of you, your families, your friends, your loved and dear ones are staying out of harm's area. You are well, you are vaccinated, and you are all set to make sure that every South African travel and books through you now. So we will do a very quick and a short presentation. This would be our 6th presentation in last 2 years covering this different destinations. We've done Sri Lanka, we have done Nepal, we have done Kerala, we have done India, we have done Palace on Wheels. So this is our sixth one, which in this presentation, we will do a quick, I would say, recap of what we have done previously and what you have been selling the most, the Golden Triangle and Rishikesh program, which is actually the taste flavor of the month for your what do we call Black Friday sale, and as well as because that's the program what Angie has introduced for the month of February. So as I always say, India and beyond. Okay, Angie, you know, something is stuck here. Pardon me if the system gives me a little bit of trouble. I'm technologically challenged. So, you know, when it comes down to India, India is not a country, it's a subcontinent. And it's a mosaic of multicultural experiences with a rich heritage and myriad attractions around the country. India is one of the most popular destinations in the world. It's the seventh largest country in the world, and you know it stands apart from the rest of South Asia. You know, rest of the South Asia would also include China, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka. It stands apart by the great magnanimous mountains. We have Everest in the north, and then we have the Arabian Sea and the Indian Ocean in the south, thus giving the country a very, very unique geography. So I'm going to run a couple of videos as well, just to make it a bit more interesting, because, you know, one-way communication can be pretty much monotonous. So some videos to just make it a bit more interesting. And these videos are going to reflect the real life of India, the way India is being sold to the customers, and the very real experiences what every end consumer would be getting out of it.
This is such a vast country.
I could be anywhere in the world, but here I am.
It is every person's dream to be mesmerized by the beauty of the Taj Mahal.
When you come here, you discover an instant comfort and delight for India.
For me as a designer, I'm inspired by its timelessness.
As a writer, I know that my chapter with India has only just begun.
Food and travel are my passions.
Do you see what I see? Here I am, playing on the world-class golf courses in India. Do you feel what I feel?
India has a power, a magic about it, that draws me back here each time. I can't wait to go back and discover more.
This is my 8th time here, and it won't be my last.
They are travelers, not citizens of just one nation, who find ways to make home in places that invite them in. And India is not just incredible, India is acquirable. It won't just accept you, but pull you in with open arms, allowing your passions to find peace. India is a personal voyage, an endless profusion of everything for everyone. It may not have all that you singularly want, but it'll give you the one thing that makes you richer.
Do you see what I see?
India has made me believe in myself.
Everywhere you go will have a secret to share. Anyone could give you a memory to take back forever. You'll never feel what someone else felt, and you'll never see what someone else saw. There is no one India for everyone. There are billions of Indias, and you will find yours. Discover an India that's truly all yours.
So welcome to India. You know, India is a land of dreams, a land of romance. It's a land of the most exotic marigold hotel. It's a land of eat, pray, and love. So we've got 1.25 billion people living here, worshipping almost, you know, thousands of 2 million gods and goddesses, having almost thousands of religion, and you know, and different sects. So you know, people, it's a different country altogether. So this is how India looks like, it's the 7th largest country. We are going to be only focusing on the north of India, which is point 1, 3, 5, 7, and 4. So this is what we are going to be covering. The time zone difference between South Africa and India is 2.5 hours. There is no direct flight at the moment, but let's keep our fingers crossed. With Air India being bought over by Tata's in India, soon we are expected to hear a good news that by 2022, Air India might start operating in South Africa. So that would be one direct flight coming from India to South Africa and vice versa. So currently the fastest flying time is around 11.5 hours, which would be via Doha or via Dubai. But yes, if Kenyan Airways starts flying in, we will have a shorter flight time as well. The local currency in India is known as rupee. So one rand is equal to 5. It fluctuates majorly between 1 to 6 Indian rupees as such. Now, why India? When you choose a destination, you always ask for these questions. Why a destination? So when it comes to India, it's about culture and history, a language which gives all the tourists a very comfortable zone. So English is widely spoken, cuisine which is extremely popular in the world. People, we've got 1.25 billion people, value for money. So starting from a 3-star hotel to a uber luxury product in India, we have it all for you. Anytime you visit India, you're guaranteed for a festival. So we've got festival almost 12 months in a year. It's a very safe place to travel. You've got 4 seasons every time in a year, just like South Africa. You've got great weather, we've got wildlife. We don't have the big South African fives, but we have our own big fives. We have got coastline, which is 6,000 square kilometers of coastline from west to east or east to west. We've got forts and palaces. Cricket binds both South Africa and India very, very strongly, both as cricketing nations as well as the IPL teams as well. Jonty Rhodes, one of our popular legends, living legends of South Africa, has named her daughter as India. Then Bollywood is extremely popular in South Africa, not only in Durban, but yes, it's extremely popular in whole of South Africa. Service orientation and yoga, which is becoming the new lifestyle of anybody or any urban. It's become a new lifestyle for the urbanites. So Golden Triangle and Rishikesh. So what is Golden Triangle for you? Golden Triangle for me is not just a triangle. It's a place where within 50 kilometers, the language would change. After 100 kilometers, the taste of water would change. After around, let's say, 150 kilometers, the cuisine would change. So when you talk about Golden Triangle, you cover major destinations. You arrive into Delhi, you go into Jaipur, you go into Agra, or you can do a circuit, do Delhi, Agra, Jaipur, or Delhi, Jaipur, Agra, vice versa. Why Rishikesh? Because Rishikesh is an extremely popular place, not only for religious purposes, but it's a great popular place for adventure as well. It's the gateway to the Garhwal Himalayas in India, and one of the new bustling towns in the country. This is how a map looks like. So Delhi to Agra, 240 kilometers, 4 hours drive time. Agra to Jaipur, 240 kilometers, again 4.5 hours drive time. Jaipur to Delhi, 275 kilometers, 5 hours drive time. Delhi to Rishikesh, this is a good news. I went to Rishikesh 2 weeks back, and I was so pleasantly surprised by the new highway. It used to take 8 hours at one point of time, but now it just takes 4 hours to reach Haridwar, 4.5 hours to reach Haridwar, and probably another half an hour to reach Rishikesh from Haridwar. Rishikesh to Haridwar is a 30 minutes drive time, which is like 20 kilometers. So I will just move the cursor. So this is New Delhi, this is Agra, this is Jaipur. You come back to New Delhi here, and you go up north here. This is where Rishikesh is. So Delhi is the national capital city. The average temperature in the month of February would be anything between 16 degree centigrade or 62 degree Fahrenheit, and maximum can go up to 24 degree centigrade or 75 degree Fahrenheit. New Delhi is the administrative capital of India, and is also, it has also served as the political and the financial center till the 1900s when it was a when it was ruled by the Mughals. But then when Delhi became the English capital, or the or when we were colonized by the Brits. So that is where everything moved to New Delhi. It's a cosmopolitan city due to its multi-ethnic culture and the presence of vast political and bureaucratic system. Delhi has got almost like 20 million people living in almost 145 square kilometers of area. So it's a very big city as such. It is one of the largest metropolitan capital city and one of the greenest metropolitan capital city. But the irony is, it is one all during the month of October and November. We are also termed as the world's most polluted city as well. This is for various reasons. So highlights of Delhi. When you are in Delhi, when you arrive on the international flight, Delhi is a recommended 2-night stay. We have hotels ranging from a 3-star, which are budget, but during the entire COVID scene, a lot of 3-star hotels have also shut shops. So good 4-star hotels are available, 5-star hotels are available, uber luxury hotels are also available. 2 nights for the first during the first visit, and on your return, 1 night anywhere close to the airport. So when you come to highlights of Delhi during the tour, we will be taking you to Old Delhi. We will be taking you to New Delhi. New Delhi will have the very Victorian, very English Delhi monuments as well. Besides the emblem of Delhi, which is the Qutub Minar or the minaret or the tower, which is 72.5 meters high. And when you visit Old Delhi is like chaos. It's mess. It's like everything coexisting in harmony. You will have camels, you will have bullock carts, you will have elephants, you will have the most amazing Maseratis moving on the same roads as the animals. So Old Delhi is very chaotic, but good fun to be in. So you have the largest mosque called the Jama Mosque there, as well as one of a very beautiful religious temple of Sikhs called Gurdwara Bangla Sahib. This is how the Humayun's tombs look like. This is a place of visit where most of the tourists would go. This is how a Qutub Minar would look like. See, everywhere your clients are traveling, they have to pay the entrance fee. Usually, we do not include we include the entrance fee to certain monuments, let's say for Taj Mahal or for Red Fort. Some of the entrances, we keep it as optionals because some clients may like to visit or may not like to visit, and it just builds up the cost as well. So when I say 20 million people living in, that's a very big city. So this is a short video about Delhi.
दिल्ली के नथे कूचे और आके मुसव्वर हैं, जो शक्ल नजर आई तस्वीर नजर आई. दिल वालों की मतवाली दिल्ली.
So, Delhi is not only popular for being the capital city, not only being popular for Humayun's tomb, bread, food, it is also popular for great shopping. It's also popular for great nightlife. It's also popular for one of the finest dining experiences. You may be dining in, if you have a younger crowd or if you have younger clients, it's very vibey. It's much wider than Bombay. It's much happening than Mumbai as such. So Delhi has got a different experience to uh, just offering the either Mughal or the English architect. It's a very, very beautiful, very young and a very vibey city. So from Delhi, we move down to Agra now. Delhi to Agra, so as I told you, is 240 kilometers. The expressway, hotel to hotel will take you 4 hours, depending on the time, what time you leave the hotels. But usually it's a 4 hours drive time. Agra is a city by the banks of River Yamuna. So we've got two popular rivers in India, Ganga, which is Ganges, and Yamuna, which is another tributary from where the Ganges originate from. So Agra is by the banks of River Yamuna, and it's a great destination as it is also the home to one of the seven wonders in the world, called Taj Mahal. The entire city is a sneak peek of a very typical Mughal architect as such. So when you are in Agra, recommended stay is only for one night. When I say one night, besides Taj Mahal and a couple of forts and palaces, there is not much to do there. So one night is a recommended stay. And when you are in Agra, there is plenty of walking you can do trying to buy the local stuff. Agra is also known for the best leather shoes in the world. So you can probably get leather shoes for like 100, 150 rands there while you are in Agra. So when you're in Agra, it has got another, besides Taj Mahal, it has got two more UNESCO World Heritage sites as well, which are also a part of your regular excursion. You can drive to Agra, you can take a train to Agra. Train journey is for 2 hours, but it leaves very early in the morning, especially in winters when when it is foggy. Clients may not like to get off their bed at 5 o'clock in the morning because train leaves at 6 o'clock in the morning. And when they arrive into Agra, it's at 8 o'clock. The rooms are actually not ready. So I would usually recommend a road journey, leave at a leisurely pace from Delhi around 10 o'clock. You are in Agra, let's say around midday. You are there at a comfortable check-in time. You have the evening to explore Taj Mahal or next day morning to explore Taj Mahal and the city at a very leisurely pace. Taj Mahal is closed on Fridays. For no reason or so, because there are two mosques inside the Taj Mahal. It is only for the prayer time because they have the prayer time, so it's closed for international tourists, but it is free for anybody who is going to Taj Mahal to see, just in case they want to visit. It's free of cost. This was a very interesting campaign about Taj Mahal, and to think these days men get away by giving flowers and chocolates to their wife. So Taj Mahal is a good ode to love, to a great emperor who built this for his beautiful wife who actually passed away. Some amazing pictures of Taj Mahal. I'm going to run you a quick video again.
How far would you go for love? He built a palace of memories, of white minars and precious stones, of perfect design and unmatched grace. And to go further in love, he built his tomb next to her. The incredible Taj Mahal, poetry of love.
So Agra, as I suggested, one night destination. From Agra, we go to Jaipur. Agra, you can take a train journey to Jaipur, which is going to be 4 hours train journey. But you usually explore the best of India when you are doing it by surface. That means by road. So you have the option of doing it by car. You have the option of doing it by a microvan, depending on the strength of a group or a larger family, or if you're doing a multi-generation family holiday. And if you are a larger group, then we will give you a bigger, larger coach as well. Jaipur, also commonly known as the Pink City, is the capital city of Rajasthan with a population of 3.2 million people living in. It's the largest city, very, very crowded, commonly known as Pink City. It was painted pink to welcome His Royal Highness Edward in 1876, if I'm not wrong. He was the Prince of Wales at that point of time. Most of the avenues are still remain painted in pink, giving city a very distinctive appearance. Jaipur recommended for 2 nights, but even if you have a leisurely clients, 3 nights would be good enough as well, because it's stunningly beautiful. Most of you would have seen movies like Eat, Pray and Love, Most Exotic Marigold Hotel. They are all filmed in Jaipur. A lot of James Bond movies are now filmed in Jaipur. Recently, we've also had one of Tom Cruise movie which was filmed in Jaipur. Judi Dench has actually found great love for Jaipur, so she's bought a house in Jaipur as well. So it's very interesting. So amongst the best sites, so Jaipur, as it's a minimum of 2 nights stay, part of the sightseeing is done in the morning when you visit the hilltop fort called the Amir Fort. Thompson and Orange agreed that we will not get into any activity wherein you have elephants or wild animals involved. So we do not suggest elephant ride to any of our customers to climb on the hilltop fort. But yes, we take the jeeps to the hilltop fort to see the magnificent hilltop fort called the Amber Fort. This is done usually in the morning. Hawa Mahal is not a mahal, but it's not a palace. It's just a facade wherein royal women used to see processions in the street. Some of you have been to Jaipur in the recent years, so you know how Hawa Mahal looks like. City Palace is beautiful. City Palace is usually a part of the tour after Amber Fort. We give you sufficient time to explore the local markets. There are options like Elephantastic, when you do not engage in climbing on the elephant back. It's like seeing how the elephant gets painted in the morning before they by the mahout, or giving a bath to the elephant. So it's just a non-touristic activity. We usually encourage it. It does not engage any kind of commercial engagement at the moment. But yes, as it is becoming more touristic, so a lot of mahouts have started charging money. So we are discouraging this activity as well. Hot air ballooning is becoming very popular in Jaipur around Amber Fort. So this can be a newer experience for you to come and experience next time when you are in India. This is Hawa Mahal. This is the Amber Fort. So to climb on the Amber Fort, you have the elephant and you have the jeeps. So a quick video of how Rajasthan is. It's very funny. It's experiential. It is about the people there in Rajasthan. They are colorful. They are delightful. It's in the desert called the Thar Desert. India also has one of the desert. So Rajasthan is in the mid of the desert. So this is a video where few of the tourists have lost their way and they want to hitchhike to another place. So the man is saying, please come and sit.
What?
Look!
What?
So awesome!
Looks crazy, right?
I know.
आर्य को राजस्थान कुछ ऐसा दिखा.
Wow, we'll all fit? All of us? Helmets?
So Jaipur is very interesting. Jaipur is actually very beautiful. It's a great place to shop. It's a great place to buy wedding stuff. It's a great place to buy all the Punjabis, which all the aunties from Durban would buy it from Mumbai. Jaipur is a place to buy. It's a great place to buy, upholstery. It's a great place to buy fabric. It's a great place to buy footwear. So Jaipur has, and also a great place to buy precious and semi-precious jewelry. So Jaipur, keep your money safe for Jaipur or for Delhi. Mumbai is not a great place for shopping. So when you go to Rishikesh, you can drive from Jaipur straight to Rishikesh, but it's going to be like 10 hours drive. But you come back, stay in Delhi for a night, and then transit. So we usually offer a transit hotel, which is not on the outskirts, but towards the peripheral side of Rishikesh. So Delhi to Rishikesh is going to be 275 kilometers, 5-hour, very comfortable highway now. It's an 8-lane highway, the new highway. So this is a place which is on the foothill of Garhwal Himalayas, also known as the capital of yoga in the world. It's a pilgrimage town and also regarded as the holiest place for Hindus. During the olden times, a lot of young Hindu students used to come and study in gurukuls. Gurukuls were like the hostels during our medieval time. So very, very popular. You see yoga, you will see a lot of religion, you will see, this place is also very popular among a lot of Israeli tourists who will come for their detox after the compulsory military training. It sells one of the finest hash and grass in the world as well. Haridwar is 30 kilometers away from Rishikesh, 45 minutes drive under the traffic conditions. But yes, this is a place where, people would come for doing the last rites for the family members who are deceased or late. So it is also, we do not recommend stay in Haridwar because hotels in Haridwar are more expensive than hotels in Rishikesh. You can always do a day excursion from Haridwar to Rishikesh or Rishikesh to Haridwar. The best time to visit Haridwar is when the Aarti is the prayer which they offer to the goddess Ganges. So that is done by the sundowner. So that's the best time to visit Haridwar. Rishikesh, recommended stay 2 nights, not more than that, not less than that because of the drive time. A short video again.
India is a very diverse country. It's an ancient civilization. There's an exquisite combination of contemporary, fashionable living along with very traditional values. Health is all-inclusive in the Indian sense. It's a state of physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. There's nothing artificial about India. Its people radiate a simple, unaffected humanity. You could spend many lifetimes here. India is holy, it is whole, it is healing.
Okay, none of the South African presentations are complete without Mumbai. So I've just added Mumbai in this entire presentation just to give you a bit of overview of Mumbai again. A lot of 3-star hotels are shut now. New flights are from a lot of destinations. So Agra, Mumbai, there is a flight, but will not recommend because it just breaks the circuit completely. And Jaipur to Mumbai, there are multiple flights. But yes, if you are doing the Golden Triangle, 2 nights in Delhi, 1 night in Agra, 2 nights in Jaipur, you'd necessarily not come back to Delhi. You can fly from Jaipur back to Mumbai. Mumbai, rather than giving, I know 5 nights and 7 nights will continue to sell in Durban. But yes, 3 nights is very, very good in Mumbai because after 2 or 3 nights, if you are not a shopper, there is very little to do in Mumbai. There is the Victorian side of Mumbai, and then there is the Indian side of Mumbai. The Victorian side is very beautiful. That's where the seat of the government, most of the administrative offices are. And that's where you have most of the beautiful and nicer hotels. The Indian side would also would be very crowded, would be more industrial, would be more for shopping as well. But yes, they don't have great hotels around that area. So I won't cover Mumbai in this presentation, but would just run a quick video. It's a 2 minutes video before I come to the logistics side of our business now. So this is a quick video now.
चला या तुम्हाला मुंबई दाखवतो.
So these are the taxis in Mumbai.
देव पावले देव माझा मल्हारी. देव पावले देव माझा
So this was a little bit about Mumbai. Mumbai, not only for shopping, but it's a great place for art, great place for lifestyle holidays, great place for Bollywood experiences. So Mumbai should be more of that. 3 nights, a great experience, but yes, you will have a 5-nighter and a 7-nighter experience as well. The local transport in Mumbai is very, very cheap. When it comes down to, when I say something like the local taxis, the yellow and black taxis, they are very cheap. So in case the client says that the transport what you are offering, which is our in short transport, and the quality is very different. So you can always recommend that for local transport, they can always use the local taxis, which are very safe in Mumbai, which I will not recommend in Delhi. So let's come down to what is happened after COVID. So, it has become mandatory for everybody to carry the vaccination certificate. For that, I will come to the second slide. So what all we need to do before boarding, during the flight, and after boarding. So before boarding, most of the airlines give circular to everybody with regards to do's and don'ts, with regards to the RT-PCR test, with regards to whether you are a symptomatic or asymptomatic patients. So all passengers, when they are arriving to India, they have to download an app called Arogya Setu app, which is the current scenario, but it might change because everybody may not be interested in this app as such, but it's a pretty handy app. It's a short, very crisp, short download, and wherein you can not only download all your certificates, all your vaccinations, but it would also allow you permission to enter into any shopping mall. Possibly there can be embargo if you are not carrying the Arogya Setu app as well at the moment, but things are becoming much more flexible. During the flight, yes, all airlines are now these days covering a lot of COVID appropriate behavior as well. I was on a flight from London to Delhi. They had to actually blacklist a passenger who refused to wear a mask. So I know the airlines are very, very strict about it. So there is a COVID appropriate behavior which the airlines would be announcing during on board while you are in the aircraft as well. On arrival, you have to do perform the social distancing. Thermal screening will be done. The self-declaration form, which everybody, all foreigners coming to India have to fill on a portal called Air Suvidha. I will send that link as well, but it's a very convenient portal. Every individual has to fill it on arrival into India. That self-declaration form would have to be shown to the guys at the airport. Passengers, if they are found symptomatic, they will be immediately taken to the medical centers. Travelers who would be coming from the risk zone. So now there are 10 countries which have been classified in the risk zone. Now, I had a lot of messages which came to me from South Africa that why is India not included? Why is South Africa not included in the list? Because there are 10 countries which also include UK, which also include Singapore, which also include South Africa are in the risk zone as well, based on how the recovery has been. But as things keep on changing, more of these things are more political as well. By February, let's say by December, things are going to be eased out. God forbid if there is another situation like a 4th lockdown or a 5th lockdown. If you are fully vaccinated, you will be allowed to leave the airport, and you have to monitor self-care. So this implies to all those coming from South Africa. So there is no mandatory quarantine in India for anybody who's coming in. Children under 5 years of age are exempted for both pre and post-arrival testing. Now, please read this carefully. We have on this side, on my right side, where the icon is moving, we have travelers coming from the countries, excluding those listed as the country of risk. So this does not concern any one of you. Now, this is where South Africa is listed. Travelers coming from the countries at risk, which includes South Africa. We have category A. That means if you are fully vaccinated or partially vaccinated. If you are fully vaccinated, the only protocol you have to follow is carry your certificate with you, upload those certificate on the Air Suvidha app, and then self-health monitoring for the time you would be in India. This is what is required. There is nothing else which is required. You need to carry your negative RT-PCR test, which will be requirement by the airline. But yes, if you are partially vaccinated, then there is a home quarantine. So I will not recommend partially vaccinated travelers to travel to India at the moment, especially from South Africa. But yes, if you are fully vaccinated and you're carrying a negative RT-PCR report, you only have to follow self-health monitoring on arrival. That means you can travel wherever you want to, and you are free to do whatever you have to as long as you have a COVID negative certificate. And yes, this is, I've already sent this across to Angie. I will send this presentation to her as well again, so that you have this handy with you. This is also available on the Airport Authority of India app as well, and also on Air Suvidha app. All these things are readily available. Please do not go with what the news is being floated. Please follow the government of India guidelines, or you can check with me. I can always send you the exact information. There are various news which are being floated in South Africa, that South Africans are not allowed. I have seen people making a remark that even we don't want to visit India. So it's not about, so like Indians were not allowed to go anywhere in the world when our rates were terribly high during the second lockdown. So it's just about time. Things have started to get better, and we in travel, we are the ones who will make it happen. We love to travel, and we will make sure that people in the travel are also ensuring multi-generation holiday. You want a honeymooners, you've got, and it's not only for India, it can be for Mauritius, it can be for Maldives, it can be for Europe. Now, when you go to UK, you're spending almost £300 only for tests if you're staying there for 7 days. We don't have that mandatory thing in India. It's only one arrival test which would be required. That is for around 100 rands. Let's say 650 Indian rupees approximately. So please keep your clients aware of that as well. So this is a little bit about what we were supposed to do. So I can wish you great health. I will suggest you to practice yoga, breathing in, breathing out. It is, just to stir up your power of self-healing. And Orange is a travel safe stamp. We have done clear all health and safety protocols by the World Travel Council to operate any travel business. So this is a little bit about what we were supposed to cover in the presentation. And now I am open to any questions. Okay, let me switch on the video and you guys can unmute yourself.
Thanks, Manan. That was awesome. I don't know if anyone has any questions. I do see
I got a very beautiful comment which says, "Oh, my heart aches for my
yes.
India. When will it be possible to see you again?" So, you guys are always welcome. The world is open.
Yes, that is a very nice message. Thanks. Does anyone else have any questions to ask Manan?
Yes, Manan, you did mention there's a lot of hype going around in these chats and media and so forth to say South Africans are not allowed. Is there a concrete, proof that we can come? Is it definite? Because is there something in, if you can just send it to Thompson's and can they hand it to us? Because we are really, 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 between the devil and the deep sea. Yeah. If you can just give us that, information, please.
Sure, sir. The algorithm, what I had shown, is by the Ministry of External Affairs. As we speak, the Indian High Commission there is also announcing that to everybody with VFS that they are open for visas. So the country will not invite people to get the visas and not permitting them to travel. So it's an official guidelines. If you go on to the Ministry of External Affairs website of India, it's completely open. I will also send this algorithm, which is taken from the Ministry of External Affairs. So there is no embargo if you are fully vaccinated and if you have a negative RT-PCR report. It's absolutely clear to travel.
You don't need a PCR or anything.
You need a PCR test, sir. So PCR test is a requirement by the airline. So on arrival, you have to have a PCR test to board the aircraft. And then on arrival in India, you have to upload everything on Air Suvidha app. You don't have to show anything. If you have the Air Suvidha app, all your documents are loaded on Air Suvidha app.
Okay, thanks. And now the hotels are taking the precaution. precautions?
The hotels in India they are way too advanced with regards to precautions. Indian healthcare, we messed it up big time during the second lockdown, May, June, July. But after that, we have been able to vaccinate 1 billion people. So when I say 1 billion people, you can talk about 70% of Indian population is vaccinated. So few are not getting vaccinated for religious reasons. Few are not getting vaccinated because they are below 12. Few are not getting vaccinated because they feel their immunity is too strong. So 70% of Indian population is already vaccinated. The healthcare has really been revved up. So there is the hotels are following. So to enter into a hotel, you have to have a thermal screening. Every place has got hand sanitizers. Even our cars will have masks, they will have sanitizers, they will have a shield as well, which would be provided to the clients, whether it's a car or a microvan or a coach. So those things are also followed in every hotel. There is no crowding which is happening. But I can't say, India has got 1.25 billion people living in. So if I say there is no crowding, people are still following social distancing and avoiding that huddling up as well. So everybody's following it to the T. We had a very bad time. So we had very bad time in the summer. So nobody wants that situation again.
Thank you.
Does anybody else have any other questions? No? Okay. Manan, thank you very much. Once again, it was an awesome presentation. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And yeah, if there's no other...
things are getting back to normal now.
Yes, I think that we all need it and we're all very excited. I, for one, am definitely looking forward to going to India again. But yes, thank you very much, Manan. And I guess we'll leave it there.
Just to share the good news, Angie, we've got our first two bookings for the group now.
That's correct. Yes, I am monitoring it.
So that's a good news.
Yes, it's going to pick up. We will have a couple more group departure dates released in the next couple of weeks. Like you said, it is a little bit tricky with the airlines, but we'll get around that and we'll put them out there. So yeah, very exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing the groups go. And yeah, I'll keep you updated, Manan.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
No problem. And thank you everyone for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.